Hello everyone, welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga for this full-length yin yoga practice to stretch and relax your whole body. This practice is for all levels and props will be optional in case you want extra support to help you melt into our long, gentle stretches. So grab a cushion for the seated poses, and if you have yoga blocks, those might come in handy as well. Let's begin the practice in child's pose. Climb onto hands and knees and settle your hips back toward your heels, your forehead to the floor, your palms on the floor in front of you. As you rest downward, feel the gentle stretch in your back. Breathe a full breath into your whole back body and exhale to soften your whole back body. Take another breath in and exhale. Now gently lift your gaze and start to walk your hands over toward the right side edge of your mat for a lateral stretching child's pose. Place your left hand on top of your right and settle your forehead down toward the floor. Feel the stretch in the left side of your torso and take a breath into the left side of your ribs, softening as you breathe in and out. Slowly lift your head and walk your hands over to the other side. Right hand on top of your left. Soften your head between your shoulders, soften your hips back, and breathe into the right side of your ribs. Slowly rise up, come to center, and slowly make your way up through hands and knees and all the way down onto your belly for Sphinx. Rest your elbows under your shoulders, hands in front of your elbows, palms down, or you can clasp your hands if that feels better in your shoulders. And settle your legs into the floor, letting them be hips width or shoulder width apart, or even a little wider if that feels more comfortable. You can come up to seal with straight arms if you want more intensity. Whichever back bend you're in, you'll most likely feel it in your lumbar spine, that's your low back, as well as your sacrum right at the base of your spine. Begin to breathe into this part of your body and invite it to soften with each exhale. You may also notice a stretch in your low belly, the front of your abdomen, or the front of your hips. Allow your awareness of your experience to deepen with every passing moment and with every breath that you breathe while you hold this pose. Slowly release down to crocodile. Stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. And feel the rebound in your lower back. Notice the movement of energy, perhaps a sensation of heat or tingling or pressure here. And notice if it moves or shifts as you rest and breathe. Slowly press up and back to child's pose. Feel your spine bend in the opposite direction. Notice what you feel in your body as you rest. Slowly come up to a seated position for butterfly. Option to sit on your cushion as you place your feet together and open your knees wide. Lifting your hips will usually intensify the pose. You can decide which way you want to do it. And whenever you're ready, you'll come forward over the legs, starting to feel the stretch in the inner thighs, maybe also in the spine. Your hands could rest on the floor, or they could clasp around your toes, or you could use your blocks to rest your head or your elbows. Doesn't matter if your knees are high or low. What's important is what you're feeling in your inner legs and your low back. Wherever you are, start to steady your breath and invite your body to rest into stillness. Take one more gentle breath in and one more exhale. Rise up with your next breath and pause at the top with your spine upright and notice what you feel after releasing the pose. Closing the eyes, taking a breath in and letting it go. Now gently draw your knees together and make your way to table, putting your cushion aside if you're using one. And from table, we'll set up for cat and cow, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Inhale and lift your gaze, drop your ribs, and exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Inhale, arch the back, look forward, lift your sitting bones. Exhale and round like you're puffing up your middle back. Keep going a couple more rounds, breathing and moving your spine. Now return to a neutral spine and move to dragon, stepping your right leg forward. Option to use blocks under your hands or use your hands directly on the floor. So if your hands are on the floor, it might be palms down, or you might be up on fingertips like I am here, gazing forward, or using the blocks at the middle height or the high height to give your chest a little extra lift. Whether you're using the blocks or going prop free, the target area is the front of the left thigh and front of the left hip, or what we call the hip flexors. And once your arms are settled, lengthen forward through your chest and relax down through your hips. Breathe into what you feel in the front of your hip. This pose requires some steadiness as we hold ourselves up, and we can cultivate this steadiness through the breath, inhaling and exhaling with an even tempo. Take one more breath in now. And exhale, shift your hips back into half split. Straighten your front leg as much as is comfortable and draw your right toes back. The blocks are optional under the hands. You could also have your hands on the floor. Feel the stretch in the back of your right thigh as your hamstrings lengthen and the fascia that runs through the back of your leg softens. This practice of yin yoga intentionally places the body in sustained stretches that are relatively gentle, because this is what fascia responds to. These deep connective tissues that give our body its structure and its stability need to be stimulated and stretched on a regular basis to stay healthy and hydrated. Slowly come forward to the lunge. Walk your right foot out to the side and take both hands on the inside of the leg, coming down onto your elbows if that's comfortable. Blocks under the elbows are another option, and you could also simply stay up on straight arms if that's what feels best. You can turn your right toes out to the side, and some people even like to open the right knee out like a wing. So play around with your variations and your options here until you feel the stretch in the hips. This pose gives the sensation of the right hip being gently drawn forward and an opposing traction of the left hip moving back. And you might breathe gentle energy right into this space between the right and left sides of your pelvis. Slowly come up from gecko and step back to downward dog. Option to use blocks under your hands. Stepping back, lifting up through your sitting bones, and press into the ground as you walk your legs, bending one knee at a time. And as you continue walking your feet, start walking them forward toward your hands, taking little steps until your feet get under your hips and you can come into a standing forward bend. And just relax here with any movement that feels good, perhaps holding opposite elbows and swaying side to side. Release your hands and place them on your shins. Lift your chest into halfway lift, looking forward. Release back down to your forward bend and slowly walk your legs back into downward dog again. Savoring each step and eventually dropping down onto your knees so we can come into our dragon sequence on the second side. Step your left leg forward. Soften down through your hips, placing your hands on either side of your foot with or without the blocks. Lift your chest, lift the crown of your head, and set yourself up so you can feel the stretch in the front of your right hip and thigh. Cultivating the steadiness of the dragon, even inhale and even exhale, keeping your energy grounded and centered. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, come into runner's stretch, shifting your hips back, straightening your front leg, and bending forward over the leg. As you feel into this stretch in the back of your left thigh, place your hands in whatever position serves that stretch so you can be comfortable and come into a place of stillness, feeling your breath move in and out. Slowly begin to come forward, returning to the lunge with the front knee bent, and now come into gecko. Place both hands on the inside of the left foot and walk the left foot out to the left side edge of your mat. Feel free to play around with the placement of the foot and whether or not your knee is opening out to the side. Option to stay on straight arms or come down onto elbows. Settle into a position where you can feel deep into the pelvis and the stretch through your hips, inviting your pelvis to soften. Slowly begin to climb back up and make your way to downward dog again. Hands on either side of the front foot, option to use the blocks as you tuck your back toes and take a big step back. Walk out the legs once again, feel your hips, after stretching deeply into the right and left sides. Take a deep breath into your hips. As you exhale, drop your knees to the floor in a wide position for Tadpole. Feet can be together, hips back toward the heels, and the wider your knees are, the more you'll feel this stretch in your inner thighs. Extend your arms in front of you, hands on the floor, or forearms can rest on your blocks if you want an extra shoulder stretch. Moving into a shoulder stretch, slide your left arm under your right so that you feel the stretch in the outer left shoulder. Rest the left side of your head on the floor. Your right hand can be above your head on a block or on the floor. An option to place a block under your head here as well. Settling into the shoulder stretch and the gentle twist of your upper spine as you continue to feel into the tadpole legs, inviting your body to soften into all these sensations as you breathe gently in and out. An additional option is to wrap your right arm behind your lower back, getting perhaps an extra stretch in the front of your right shoulder with this variation. Breathe in and breathe out as you slowly untwist. Return to center. Find your tadpole again with the arms in front. Settle down through your chest. Rest and breathe here. And slowly make your way into it on the other side by sliding your right arm under your left shoulder, stretching into the outside of your right shoulder. Using your arms and blocks in whatever way works for you to feel this stretch in your outer right shoulder and the gentle twist in your upper spine, with the option to wrap the top arm behind your back again. Slowly untwist and come back to the center. Come up to table. Draw your knees and feet to a hip's width distance. Rest your elbows down onto blocks if you're using them or onto the floor for a tricep stretch. Melt your heart down between your shoulders and bring your hands, palms together behind your head. Draw the thumbs down to the space between your shoulder blades and continue softening down through your heart. This is a nice variation of puppy pose. that opens the heart and the shoulders and gives extra attention to the triceps. Breathe into your whole upper body as you rest here. Gently release, returning to hands and knees. Put your blocks aside if you're using them. Now come into puppy with straight arms. Gently draw back through your sitting bones and feel this extended opening through your shoulders and upper body. Take a deep breath into the back of your heart and soften the heart as you exhale. Slowly come up to table and let there be a generous distance between your knees and your hands for hip circles. Swing your hips out to the right and then back toward your heels, over to the left and forward, and then change directions, go to the left and back and all the way around and change directions again. Keep going, alternating sides. Take your time and feel the sensations in your hips and low back. Slowly return to center. Come into sleeping swan. Slide your right knee forward and turn the shin, settling your hips down and back. Walk your hands back and lift through your chest, puffing the chest like a pigeon and lifting through the crown of your head. Inhale. And exhale, make your way forward onto your elbows, or rest your head on stacked hands or on a block, or maybe bring your head to the floor. A block could be used under your seat or a cushion. Take your time setting it up so you feel the stretch in your right buttock. If this is a pose that doesn't feel good in your body, then you're invited to come onto your back and take figure 4 instead, getting a similar stretch with the right ankle crossing over the left knee. Wherever you are, softening into the tissues of your outer right hip, your external rotators, these muscles of stabilization, and this foundation of connective tissues supporting your groundedness. Breathe into what you feel here and invite the body to soften as you rest in stillness. slowly begin to come up. And sit over onto your right hip. Bring your back leg around to the front and set up for half butterfly or seated forward bend over one leg. Right foot to your inner upper thigh. Option to sit on a block or cushion or just sit right on the floor. And your blocks might be a nice thing to have to receive your elbows, your forearms, or even your head. Once you're all set up, come into your forward bend, stretching into the back of your leg and the back of your spine. You can relax your head and shoulders and just let gravity take you here. Nothing you need to do but rest and feel the pose. Slowly make your way up. Come to a seated position so you can shift into sleeping swan on the second side with your left leg forward. Send your right leg back. Arrange your props how you'd like them. We're going to come into that up swan first. You can square your hips if that feels good and lift up through your chest. Or maybe take this time to come into figure 4 on your back. Take a deep breath and slowly come forward onto your elbows or rest your head down. So the target area is the left buttock on this side. And you can arrange or rearrange your body so that you feel it here. Feel free to lean your hips a little to the right or left, to bend your back knee a little, or to veer your torso more to the left or more to the right. Whatever helps you feel the stretch. Once you get there, invite some stillness, invite some restfulness into your body, and breathe. Slowly come up and make your way into your seated position for half butterfly. Once again, putting the cushion under your seat is optional. Blocks to support your arms, also optional, as you come forward over your right leg. Settling into a relaxed body and a steady, gentle breath. Slowly rise up from half butterfly and extend your left leg forward so your legs are in a somewhat wide position, feet about as wide as your mat. Sit up tall, clasp your hands behind your body and extend your arms to open your chest. Lift your chin, inhale into this back bend. As you release, take your hands to the floor behind you and lean back. Lift your hips into a wide-legged reverse plank. Engage and lift here, and exhale, release, and come into a forward bend over your extended legs. Keep the legs wide. Maybe your blocks receive your elbows. And make any final adjustments till you can rest forward in this spacious forward bend. Inviting your body to soften and find ease here. Gently release your forward bend. Return to an upright seat and then make your way down onto your back, putting any props to the side for now. And rest on the floor with your arms and legs spread wide in star. Rest here as you feel the rebound, the sensations flowing through your body from the last pose and the poses before it. Taking this time to sense the movement of energy in your body. Draw your knees in and wrap your arms around. Give yourself a hug and gently rock side to side, massaging your low back. And bring the legs back to center and place your feet on the floor to come into a supported back bend. Lift your hips and slide a cushion or a block under your hips. You might keep your knees bent or you might extend your legs, whatever feels better. If you'd like a stronger back bend, you could take saddle pose instead if that's part of your practice. If you're using blocks, it could be one block or two blocks on top of each other. Find the height that feels just right to give you a supported, relaxed back bend. Your legs can come as wide as your mat or any other distance that's more comfortable. And your arms can angle downward and outward at whatever angle feels most comfortable for your shoulders. Let the back of your neck be long as the tops of your shoulders roll back toward the floor. Soften into this extension of your front body. Relax as you hold and rest here. Slowly release, bending your knees and walking your feet back, and then lift the legs up into waterfall, extending the legs straight up from the hips. And you might need to adjust your blocks to feel supported here. And enjoy this reverse effect of gravity on your legs. Take deep, slow breaths as you rest. Slowly bend your knees and bring your feet back to the floor. Put your blocks aside and spread your body long on the ground. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up and away from your feet, and take a deep breath. And with your exhale, release your arms out into a T. Come into twist, bending your knees and drawing them over to the right. Option to use props to support the legs. It could be a block or a cushion in between your knees, or under your knees, or under your feet. Extend out through your left arm, turn your gaze to the left, and breathe into the twist of your spine. Take a breath into your body and exhale, drawing your knees back up to the center. And gently draw your knees over to the other side for your second side twist. Arranging any props as you extend back through your right arm. Turn your head away from the knees. And breathe into what you feel throughout your midsection, your spine, your waist, your ribs, and your obliques, all your internal abdominal muscles. Imagine each breath massaging your body from the inside. Breathing in and breathing out as you take your legs back to center. Straighten out your hips and shoulders and come into happy baby, drawing the knees in and reaching down to hold the bottoms of your feet. You could hold the insides or outsides of the feet, whatever is more comfortable, as you rest your head back down and gently draw down on the feet to bring your knees toward either side of your ribs. Notice where you feel this pose. Maybe it's your spine, maybe it's your hips, maybe it's both places. Breathe right into the places where you're feeling it the most, inviting them to soften and relax. Slowly release happy baby and make your way into star for your final relaxation. Arms and legs spread out, taking up space on the floor in whatever way feels right for you now. So the angle of your shoulders and hips allows the prana to flow freely, freeing up the channel of the spine to fully benefit from the prana that's been generated in this practice. Take a deep breath into your belly and your heart. Exhale and soften your arms and legs. Relax your hands and feet. Let the weight of your head be heavy. Let your arms and legs be heavy. And let your torso be heavy and relaxed. Invite your whole body to completely relax now. Take a deeper breath into your belly and into your heart. And as you exhale, stretch out through your arms and legs. Gently wake your body up and slowly roll over onto one side. Gently press up into a comfortable seat, sitting cross legs with the option to use a cushion under your seat. Sit up tall, draw your shoulders back, rest your hands on your legs and rise up through the crown of your head. Take a full breath in and exhale. Feel what's happening inside. Bring your hands to prayer, closing with 3 rounds of Om. Begin with an exhale, emptying your lungs, and a full breath in. And that closes this yin yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed this extended length and long holds. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below about this practice and how it was for you. Thanks for joining me. My name is Devi Daly. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.